up about electric cars but nervous about the charging infrastructure and range? I suggest some Clarity, which happens to be the name of Honda's new electric car. It also has a gas tank, making it a plug-in hybrid. Once the battery's 47-mile range is depleted, that's the EPA estimate, the four-cylinder engine kicks in, so driving from Kalamazoo to Albuquerque is possible without charging. That dynamic is much like the Chevy Volt and Toyota Prius Prime.
There are two other Clarities, a hydrogen fuel cell model available only in California and a pure EV model available in California and Oregon, though those can only be leased. So if you live outside those states or want to buy your Clarity, this is the one you're going to get.
Before explaining how the Honda system works, let's look at it as a car. Simply put, it looks like a normal one, mostly. No doubt the spats improve aerodynamic efficiency, but they're as nerdy as a pocket protector. I would give up a mile per gallon to get rid of them. Fortunately, this is what you stare at the most, and it's a handsome space. Time for the nerdy stuff. Moving the Clarity is an electric drive motor with 181 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque, plus a gas engine to generate electricity. Mostly, a single-speed lockup clutch allows the 1.5-liter four-cylinder to power the drive wheels at highway speeds for efficiency, meaning there's no real transmission despite the usual Honda setup. Drive modes can be selected. These are not shift paddles. Despite the labeling, the left one adds regeneration and drag, the right one reduces it for easier coasting. Once the battery is discharged, the system acts like Honda's normal hybrid system. Coasting and braking charges the 17 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack that is mounted mostly under the back seat.
Now, because the battery is positioned there, Clarity's trunk size is not half bad.
The floor is a little lumpy. It's okay though. There's more room here for small things. The seat backs do split and fold, but the pass-through is pretty small. Don't be overly optimistic about trips to IKEA. A Ford Fusion Energy will hold 3 packs of the 2-ply. Scoring one more than the Chevrolet Volt, Clarity takes on 6 packs. Yeah, it looks like it would handle one more, but the hinge arms would scrunch it, and I need to return this stuff unscathed. So, let's clarify the driving experience.
Most electric cars feel pretty good off the line because of the low-end torque of the electric motors. Clarity is no different.
Zero to 60 miles an hour takes about 8 seconds. It feels peppier than that. If there's ample charge in the battery, Clarity defaults to a mostly electric mode. Yes, mostly.
There's sort of an indent 2/3 way through the throttle pedal travel, so even though I'm in EV mode, click that and the gas engine will come on.
To keep this car running only on battery power, your right foot needs to stay light, which is not too hard to do. And it's good that the gas engine kicks in for extra power because, well, that's what you're asking for.
In electric mode, Clarity is very quiet, like a luxury car. Put your foot into it and activate the gas engine, and you will definitely hear it.
The gas engine's revving often doesn't match the vehicle speed, and some people will not like that. This behavior is most noticeable at slower speeds and going up hills. There's a mode where the gas engine can replenish the battery to nearly 60%. Generally, that's less efficient than plugging it in.
Accelerate very hard or go up a steep hill, and the engine really revs up. It's like a very aggressive CVT transmission.
Batteries don't like cold weather. Temperatures were in the high 30s to mid 40s, so my observed maximum range was 39 miles, not the EPA's 47. I drove nearly 250 miles and used only 3 gallons of gasoline, and I didn't charge it every evening. Running in hybrid mode, I saw 40 miles per gallon. The tank holds 7 gallons of gas.
Clarity handles just fine, but if you're looking for a knife-edge sports sedan, this is not it.
It's about the same size as an Accord, but some 600 pounds heavier, the weight of a family of 4 in some cases. This car has a comfortable ride that absorbs big bumps, but the suspension tuning and extra heft mean there's some bounding when you hit them. Now, about those paddles.
Even if you throw Clarity into its most aggressive power regeneration mode, you really can't drive this car in a one-pedal method the way you can some electric cars. you need to use the brake pedal. And also, there's a very odd thing that unless you're in sport mode, it will regress back to least regeneration mode in about 15 seconds. It's kind of confusing.
My guess, most people will just ignore the paddles after a while. While the exterior design has a Jetsons vibe, this space is more mid-century modern. Good thing it has well-done fake lumber, there's lots of it. Same with storage, a small purse might fit here. There are the usual places to put other things too. Honda Sensing, the company's suite of safety tech that includes automatic emergency braking and adaptive cruise control, is standard on Clarity. Tapping here or signaling right activates Lane Watch. I find that distracting when driving urban streets. The chairs are heated and supportive, though the longest trip I took was 25 miles, which in Seattle takes 2 hours. My biggest gripe in here is the user interface, one that I thought Honda had phased out. I find the graphics busy and hard to read, and just when you thought Honda had learned its lesson about volume knobs, this. Yes, I know there are steering wheel controls. At least Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are included.
Use the back seat a lot? Your friends and family will be happy you went with Clarity over Chevy Volt and Prius Prime. It's pretty roomy back here.
That said, Honda's Accord Hybrid has around 4 inches of additional legroom. It's the first time I've seen this new place to forget your phone. USB ports are in the middle of a change, so maybe this is the best power outlet to have. No heated seats in the rear. 2 adults should have little trouble getting comfortable here, and 3 will be okay for short trips. Don't forget, when shopping for plug-in hybrid sedans, there's the Hyundai Sonata and Kia Optima in this price range. There are more plug-ins than people think. Nearly every manufacturer has one these days with various all-electric ranges, so shop around. That leads me to price. Clarity plug-in hybrid starts at $34,300. This touring model retails for $37,500. That's $1,600 more than Accord hybrid touring model, but don't forget, Clarity qualifies for a $7,500 tax credit from Uncle Sam, making it nearly $6,000 cheaper. That almost makes these look appealing. If you're looking to go electric, plug-in hybrids are a painless way to make sure you'll never run out of juice. When it comes to EVs, we could all use that kind of clarity. In the "that took some effort" department, there's a window right behind the back seat. It's there so the rearward visibility is better. This is dark, but actually a glass panel. Considering Clarity has a backup camera, it's not really needed, but it does help the view out the back. Some of you know I own a plug-in hybrid, so I speak from experience. I went nearly 3 years using just 3 tanks of gas on my Cadillac ELR because I rarely drove it more than 35 miles a day, or I charged at work. But when my wife and I headed to British Columbia to a dude ranch, her idea, not mine, it easily made the 700-mile round trip. No stopping to recharge, though I did juice up while we were there. So really, folks, the concept works very well. And speaking of Cadillac, the LED running lights on the Clarity have kind of a Caddy vibe, don't you think?
Hope you enjoyed my look at the new Honda Clarity. A very, very sad footnote to this video. As I finished shooting the running footage, this happened. Yes, that does suck. This is my main camera. It's very expensive, and it fell over, hit the pavement, and it is completely destroyed. And so is the tripod head. The impact cracked that too. So, if anybody wants to Venmo me $15,000 for some new gear, I would really appreciate it. Or maybe 1,500 of you Venmoing me 10, that would be a lot more affordable. But anyways, it's gonna be a little bit before I get a new camera, so I may not be having new videos for a while. So stay tuned, folks. I need to go shop for a new camera. That's Driven. I'm Tom Voelk.